Hey, I'm Shay.
I'm John.
And I'm Nick.
Welcome to It's a Work Thing podcast, where we talk about everything and nothing, and we call it work.
I guess the one thing that's good about pedophiles is they drive through a school zone slower. I didn't know where to go.
Wow, and that's where you... Shay hit start, and we were literally asking if you had an open, and that's what came off the top of your head.
That's what he said.
Holy...
Thing came to mind.
Drive through school zone slower.
Say what you want about him.
Gotta respect it.
No.
Anyways.
I mean, say what you want about him. He's right. They do drive slow.
Yeah. A lot. If you actually look at the averages, the statistics, people drive faster through a school zone.
I thought you were going to say you had individual statistics on pedophiles. Yeah, there's no way he has stats.
There's 95% chance that's made up.
He doesn't look
There's
up
a 30%
anything
chance I'm right.
He doesn't understand math either.
And welcome to It's a Work Thing, the podcast you can tell your boss you're listening to, because technically it's a work thing. Griff, you want to talk about celebrity Eskimo brothers?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Does everyone understand what an Eskimo brother
Yes.
is, first of all?
Familiar.
Isn't that where they do like the Eskimo kiss and they rub the
No.
noses on
Nope.
people?
Are you being
Okay.
serious?
Yeah.
Are you? Is he?
No, he's being
I have
serious.
no clue what it is.
Yeah, he's being
I just know an
serious.
Eskimo kiss.
Okay, so an Eskimo brother is
If you had relations
very
with the same woman.
Yes.
Like if I dated my sister? No, I really don't understand. That's what I'm
No.
trying to-
No.
Okay. Wait. I'll explain this. I got this. Okay.
Talk to me like I'm 5.
So you
'Cause I
have an
know.
ex-girlfriend, right?
I do.
If someone else also dated that ex-girlfriend,
And had relations with
yes,
Oh.
then you're Eskimo brothers.
Oh, I got a few of those.
Let's run down that list now.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. All right. So
Yeah, share. No, I'm just kidding. Never dated share.
Do you know who Cher is?
that. Got it.
I don't know who that.
Beep, beep.
Dang it. No, I don't.
Anyways,
She's a singer.
Oh, I know her.
I did some. I got pulled into a list because they had there was a thing that Barstool Sports did that talked about the women that have had the most, and it says basically Pam Anderson is the number one Eskimo brother crew around. Did you see the list on what she's got here?
I know D-Rod. Who else is on there?
Wait till the girl.
Slash, Vince Neil, Brett Michaels, Tommy Lee, Arsenio Hall, Kid Rock, Kelly Slater, Fred Durst, Sugar Ray, David Spade, Chris Angel.
David Spade?
Yes.
Is Nick Emery on there?
All of
Just
those.
hopes.
Also, some ones that I did not know about. Did you know that Leonardo DiCaprio and Brady both dated Giselle?
I didn't know that. She must have reached 25, so
I don't
DiCaprio
actually
was
think
out.
she's pretty.
You don't think Giselle's pretty?
Uh-uh.
That's
An interesting
that's
take.
a choice you've made. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I just don't think she's pretty.
Jessica Biel has a fairly impressive one. Do you know about her?
I Justin Timberlake.
Yep. Derek Jeter
Oh yeah, Jeter.
and Ed Norton. All three of them. We might need to get Pam Anderson checked out there.
Have you seen her lately though?
Yeah, she looks like she got hit by a tire.
Well, you had to assume.
No, you know
She
who's
spent
got...
the 80s in the sun for her job.
That ain't the only thing she spent. But I bet another person that has got a lot of Eskimo brothers is the girl that was trying to break the world record for...
You're talking about Bad Bunny or whatever her name is. Not
Yeah.
Bad Bunny. I'm sorry, not Bad Bunny.
That's a rapper.
Yeah, I
He
don't.
is?
It's the one. It's the Bunny girl though.
Yeah,
isn't her
Bunny.
name?
Whatever.
Nick, look it up.
Okay. It'd be real easy to search.
Well, I know what she's doing now.
What's that?
She's now.
Pregnant.
Is she really?
Yeah, she got pregnant with one of
She
the
is-
100 guys that she slept
No,
with.
1,000.
1,000, yeah. She doesn't know who the dad is. Well, no
She
dick.
had sex with like 1,057 guys because her goal was to get to 1,000. She had sex with them, and then there were still 57 guys waiting. So she was like, "All right, bring him in."
They told me no.
I'm just gonna say like what?
Nick,
How,
that's because that was a book signing
how dark a
for
place?
Oprah. You do-
How
It's at
dark a place do
Walmart.
you have to be to go through that?
I don't know.
Bunny Blue.
That's it, Bunny Blue.
She slept with 100 or 1,057 in 12 hours and claimed that it was a very exhausting task. Well,
Really?
all you did was lay there. But yeah. No, she's pregnant now, and she doesn't know who the father is.
Well, I heard she's going to make herself on display so that men can do whatever they want to her. She just lays there. I'm not... Look it up, Nick.
Why am I the always... All right.
Because let's be honest here.
Let's be honest.
Is she being in an exhibit?
Is Bonnie
Blue.
So,
being
do you
deported?
think that this was staged?
What?
Like, to keep her in the news cycle?
The bunny thing?
The pregnancy thing.
Part of me.
Yeah.
Think so.
I think
so.
I think
she's going to have a miscarriage.
No, I think it happened intentionally because I think she's going to try and make it into a show and make it into all this other stuff.
Who's my dad?
Because if she just sleeps with 1,000 men, a month later nobody's talking about it.
Yeah.
She sleeps with 1,000 men, one of them gets them pregnant. People are talking about the idiot that did that for years.
I can't find anything on.
Okay. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it's false. Fake news. Doesn't
What-
matter.
She's
What
getting
does
a
it
lot
say
of
about-
negative slander, though.
Really?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Beep. Beep, beep.
Those people are saying plans for the most disgusting stunt ever in history.
Yeah.
What's it say about society that 1,057 guys showed up to participate?
But are you surprised by that, though?
I mean, if she's in Carnival Walmart, would you not go?
I would not go.
Okay, me neither.
Yeah, right.
For the record.
You said, the way you phrase, would you not go?
Hey, shoot or shoot. And I've been practicing.
You don't have to practice. You don't have to practice your shot there.
No. But
Did you guys see the video I sent you yesterday where the guy was like,
hot dog down the hallway.
here's how you can get a hot wife just like what I have. Did you guys watch that one? No, of course not. Anyway,
You send like
85.
10, yes.
I don't have other people to share them with. All right? I think a lot of things in this world are funny, and they make me smile, and I want to make you smile, and you don't even watch them.
I watched maybe half of them.
Anyways, this guy goes, here's how you do it. He goes, here's how you pick up this a hot lady like my wife at the gym. And he walks up and he makes eye contact with her, gives her a nod, and then runs over and he picks her up and runs out of the gym. And then the next scene,
I did actually watch that.
Yeah, next scene it shows him and he's got like blood coming out of the corner of his mouth and his eye, and he's like, obviously she was a lesbian.
I did see that one.
And then he goes, I'm going to show you how to holler at a girl at a party. And he walks up, once again, makes eye contact, looks at him, and he goes, and the girl spits water in his face.
That's hilarious.
Okay, yes, I actually did watch that one.
I need to watch
because
that
it was the guy who plays the grandpa and on the TikTok videos. He has the old grandpa sayings.
Oh, that's him?
That's him.
Oh. For some reason, I'm getting a lot of the Justin
Nudley.
ones.
Yeah, he's funny. He's good.
Yeah, he is funny. He's good. Okay.
Sorry,
so,
yeah,
but
you
also,
got your Eskimo brothers.
I don't know who with
track a
here
little.
because this is just like a compiled list. So I don't know who for all of them. But if you go all the way back throughout history, Mark Antony and Julius Caesar both were with Cleopatra.
I knew that.
That's interesting. Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan are Eskimo brothers, dating someone named Ashlyn Castro. Joe DiMaggio and John F. Kennedy are Eskimo brothers from Marilyn Monroe. It says Leonardo DiCaprio and Ryan Reynolds, but it does not say who with. Joe Jonas. Taylor Swift appeared on this list far more times than one would think.
Who?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor
that doesn't
Swift
surprise
dated
me.
Joe Jonas.
Yeah, that's
who dated Demi Lovato.
Harry Styles.
Wait, she dated Demi Lovato?
Joe Jonas dated Demi Lovato.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Joe Jonas also then later married Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Taylor Swift dated Taylor Lautner. Taylor Lautner, who dated Selena Gomez as well. Nick Cannon. Well, okay. So first of all, you got the Kim Kardashian universe here.
She's got her own list.
You got Ray J. You got Chris Humphries. You got Reggie Bush. You've got Kanye. You've got Nick Cannon. You've got
Davidson.
Nick Lackey, swimmer.
Say me.
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
And then who's she with now?
I think she's on
You
her
talking
own.
about Kim K?
Yeah.
Well, she was with Pete Davidson, too.
Yep.
You missed him.
Yep.
Good lord.
Is she by herself now?
No, she's with somebody. I'm not even trying to be funny. I think she is with somebody. I saw
Okay.
a video about it
Google
later.
I'll chat GPT it.
Going all the way back, Beatle George Harrison and George Clapton both were Eskimo brothers. Orlando Bloom, who was engaged to Katy Perry, was also with Miranda Kerr for a while.
Orlando Blooms were like engaged to Katy Perry?
No, Orlando Bloom was married to Katy Perry for a while.
Oh.
Kim Kardashian was dating Odell Beckham Jr. from September 2023 to March 2024.
Did you guys see the stuff with Stephon Diggs?
No.
Sorry,
what's
this loops back around.
Yeah.
He was on a boat during voluntary OTAs with a bunch of ladies in bikinis while he's dating Cardi B, I think. And pulled out this bag full of powder and said, "All right, girls, call me daddy." Or Big Daddy. And
I mean, don't we all do that though?
anyways, it brought back
living different lives.
That I forgot, speaking of Odell Beckham, that Odell Beckham did something very similar to that, but he did it on the week of the playoffs in like 2017 or 18. They had a playoff game. He was on a boat on Thursday with a bunch of Instagram models and pulling out a bag of white powder, and then played a football game on Sunday. So and then they lost that game.
Wonder.
This brought me down a rabbit hole that exposed me to the term.
Down a rabbit hole.
What do you think the term is for women? It's not Eskimo brothers, but the same term is.
Don't. Here we go.
Don't let him guess. I love to have him guess because I want to see if he comes up with a better option.
I'm gonna say Eskimo hoes since it's brothers, bros, and
You could
hoes.
have just went Eskimo
Escahos.
Oh,
Escahos.
It's not bad.
It actually
Almost like
isn't terrible.
escalator.
Yeah, that's not what they chose. Shay, do you have any guesses?
I don't know why Eskimo Brothers became a thing. That's weird though too.
It's from the movie. It's from the TV show The League.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. I have no. I'm not. I got nothing.
Pogo Sisters. Honestly, Eskahos is better. Keeps us in theme. I kind of like it.
I'm a big theme person.
Okay, so girls who are Pogo Sisters. Drew Barrymore and Kristen Wiig. Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox. Both dated Counting Crows frontman Adam Duritz. So that would probably have been a little bit weird on set. Cameron Diaz and Kate Hudson. Both dated A-Rod. I forgot. We might need to do a deep dive on A-Rod's dating life.
It's a lot.
I'm just saying.
And Jeter.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jeter's as soon. He was the captain. A-Rod was kind of... A-Rod is a terrific owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves compared to what we had.
Well, speaking of Timberwolves, I got a story about them later.
Okay, wait. The team or the Wolf?
The team.
Okay. I never know where he's going with that. I'm waiting for Nick to find the article online about them cloning and creating the first dire wolf in like 600 years.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Lindsay Lohan and Hilary Duff. That's all I got.
Okay. Interesting. The more you know, though. Pogo
Yep.
Sisters.
Now when someone says Pogo Sisters, I'm like, what you mean?
It's
Gotcha.
Eskahos.
That's what I say.
That's what you need to tell them.
Honestly?
That's not right.
Rebrand it. For the people at home watching, help us rebrand it.
All right.
For all the times that you use the term Eskahos.
Yeah.
And it's time for an HR violation of the week, the part of the show that probably needs a formal write-up or at least strongly worded email. And guess what? Who it's brought up to by Nicholas in our text thread. For the background information for everybody, we were talking about the WNBA, and Nick,
Always the WNBA with me.
Nick says, I'm slowly becoming a fan of the WNBA. And Griff put, honestly, it's not bad basketball, and the players are getting more attractive. And what is Nick's reply? He says, yes, they are. And then he also sends... Nick will put the figure up right here.
No, on that side.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Right here. Right there. Nick will put the picture that he sent.
I like
and he captioned it. And he captioned it, me watching the games.
I just like finding these random pictures too.
Oh my gosh.
For the people who don't know what it looks
or
like
who's
yet.
not watching.
Yeah. It's a dog wearing underwear with his hand in his pants.
Thank you for that, Nick. Thank you for helping that for the listeners, not just the watchers. Perfect.
I'm a visual learner.
You're a good man, Nick. Weird, but a good man.
we were going through my phone because I was clearing out room on my phone, and I have like all these random like that screenshots. And Breeze helped me when we pull up my pictures on our big 75-inch TV. We're going through, and she's like, "Do you need this? Delete. Do you need this? Delete?" Because I like refuse to delete stuff. Yeah, so we're going through. She's like, "What is this stuff?" Because it's like that cat with the tail sticking between his legs. It's this dog sitting there with his hand in his pants. Like,
That's the trade barrier. He's got the worst stuff behind all those pictures.
like, don't look at the ones that are locked.
Good God.
All right. It's time to welcome to Clash of Coworkers, where job titles mean nothing and bragging rights are everything. Griff is up. That's mine. Get out of here. That is mine.
Where's mine?
I don't know, but this is on my table. Yours is up there somewhere, probably.
Have you checked underneath your foot? You need to pull up my questions. Looky there, you found it.
Yeah. Trying to steal mine off my table. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Griff is up 3-0. It's the first of 5 wins.
All right. This questions is the Illinois quiz.
This isn't fair. He teaches this.
It's been a bit.
All right.
I don't dive that deep into it. It's
okay.
usually at the end of the year.
One of my questions is funny.
One of them will be funny.
Who is the heaviest?
Got it.
Close.
Nailed it.
Yeah. What is the capital of Illinois? I guess I write this down.
Do we even need to write this down?
Hey,
Springfield.
I wrote it down.
Yes.
Mine is the official response.
Shay gets no point because he didn't write it down. I'm just kidding.
I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul.
What is our state motto? Or motto? Whatever people call it.
It is motto. Not nickname motto.
Correct. According to Wikipedia.
I don't know.
Land of Lincoln.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that makes sense. Though we're not, but yeah.
Yeah, correct.
I think he used to live here.
He did, but he was not born here.
You think he used to live here?
What town is the home of Superman in Illinois? I pass it every time I drive to Tennessee.
I'm also from Southern Illinois, so
Humble brag.
Metropolis,
Correct.
Massac County.
You guys are going to get some of these. All right. Question number 4. What is our state bird? It's a bird. It's got wings.
Thank you, Nick. Does it have a beak?
I think so, yeah.
Cardinal.
Yep. You guys are good. Shay is up 4-3.
Nick learned so much about the state he's lived in for 29 years.
He probably did.
All right.
30 years now.
Which president was born in Tampico, Illinois?
I'm between two.
Well, you got to pick one. And hopefully they're presidents.
Did you put Grant? I already put my answer.
Grant wasn't born here. Grant was born in Ohio. It's Reagan.
Okay. Yep. I put Reagan.
It is Reagan.
I did get it. Okay.
No, Grant was born in Ohio.
Okay.
He moved here later on.
Yes, Shay.
Hey, I got the answer right.
I know, I wouldn't have got that. What does the term going to the boat mean in Illinois? Shay should get this one.
Why? Casino?
Technically it's gambling, but yes, you guys are both correct.
I should get you jerk. I get it now. I'm like, why? I've hardly been to casinos. Got it now. Thank you.
Doesn't have to anymore.
Yeah.
20 years ago, he
the
would have
casino
been a horrific gambling addict.
This guy's here every week.
Burning fuel, driving back and forth all the time.
Hey, what kind of profit boost can I have?
What's my promo code? All right, question number 7. What is the state flower? Didn't even know we had one of those.
We also have a state pie. We also have a state snack. We also have a
I don't
state
even
dance.
know. So go ahead.
It's a violet.
Yep. It's a purple violet.
We have a state animal.
What's our
state
state
reptile?
snack?
Popcorn.
That was actually the next question. But
Yeah. Bonus points. All right. Which is the oldest community in Illinois?
Oh boy. Huh. I don't think this is right.
I definitely don't think mine is right.
Chicago.
Alton.
Nope, you guys are both wrong. It's Peoria.
Really?
Yep.
That's interesting. Why in Peoria? Because
I would
have
have
no
thought
clue.
Mississippi based, or
Yeah.
or the lakes based.
yeah, that's the reason why I went Chicago is because of the being based on the Great Lake there.
I don't have any more data besides it was Peoria. They had a good explanation. I just didn't write it down or care.
That seems right. He's being honest for sure there.
All charts out.
Yep.
Question number 9. D. Wills, or not D. Wills, sorry. DeMontre Willis, Josh Beckett, Miguel Cabrera, all famous baseball players, all spent time playing in the Kane County Cougars, which is in Juvena, Illinois, while they were on a major league team in their farm system. What was that major league team that they played on during this time?
Listening to him try to get through that was rough.
That was a lot of words for him.
Yeah, it was.
It was. I almost
What's
didn't put
the
this on
name
there.
of that team? Or what is the name of the team?
The pro baseball team that they played for during that time. It was their farm system.
Cubs.
No, it was the Florida Marlins.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Shay already won this, but question number 10. What is the percent of the total population of Illinois lives in Chicago?
That's a good question, Nick. I like
Thank
that.
you. I wrote that one down.
Lives in Chicago proper, so not suburbs, just Chicago.
I just said Chicago, brother.
He doesn't know. Don't.
Yeah.
Why? You know he didn't know that answer. You know very well.
Take whatever your guess is going to be and drop by a percent.
30%.
I put 75.
It's actually 21%.
Oh wow.
So technically,
Well, because
Griff priced
if
his
you
right
look
here.
in the last election, our current governor has won by only winning like 4 counties out of 102.
Oh yeah.
But he wins with like a 56% margin. So
Yeah.
you got to think there's votes coming from other places too.
Yeah, I didn't even think that far. No, we have a state dance. It's the square dance.
That needs to get adapted there.
State pie is pumpkin pie. That's because of that one county up north that's like the nation's leading.
We're number 1 in pumpkin production.
Yeah.
Also number 1 in horseradish production.
That's weird.
I have some more questions. Do you want them?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Collinsville area is the number 1 in horseradish production.
How much does JP Prisker weigh?
Okay, that's funny, Nick.
Okay, it's starting with a 3.
That's what I was gonna say. It's gotta be 3. I'm gonna go 330.
I'm going to go 340.
318. I think that's a lie. I think it's more.
Here's the
I hope you listen.
not tall.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's 5'9".
Oh, really?
5'9" and 300 and a million pounds.
I'm surprised Nick's like that. He's really tall. He's really tall.
I mean, I'm sad that he's taller than me, but at least he weighs more in my truck.
Nick thinks that he is. Nick goes, that's a lie. He's lying on his weight.
He is. I think he weighs more.
That's funny.
Speaking of this, how many recent governors of Illinois have been to prison?
2.
4,
What?
according to Wikipedia.
What? How, here's the thing.
What's
What's
your term on
recent?
recent?
Yeah.
I know. I. You know what's funny is I knew you guys would ask that. What's defined as recent? I don't know. It just said recent.
You could have researched it. That whenever you have a question, that's whenever you use things like Google, Nick.
And then you see, hey,
I'm gonna say it's more years than what you guys were thinking.
Yes, because we're thinking like the last 40 years. There's been 2.
yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go 80 years.
Who was the one and then Blagojevich?
It was Ryan.
Yeah.
'Cause it was back to back.
What former highway stretched from Illinois to California coast?
Route 66.
66.
Yep.
Oh, I've seen a lot of foreigners recently on.
Yeah, it's the 100th anniversary next year.
Is it? That's
It
why
was started in 1925, and it was ended in 26.
I
So
didn't.
next year's the big 100th anniversary.
The people we were talking to were from France, and
I
they.
can see your underpants.
She is writer for travel magazine. She was talking about how the people in France are obsessed with it because
it's Americana nostalgia from the high point of the U.S.
Yep.
Americano.
Whenever you could sell
It's French.
the American dream, you still can sell it, but I mean,
Inflation.
Anyway,
Shay won.
yay.
Nick's like smart term. That's effectively what he did whenever he just goes inflation.
I like to assert my dominance in meetings, and I'll just randomly say like words, like, tariffs. It'll be a meeting like nothing with anything. I just bring up.
Yeah, you're
things.
a computer software company. I don't think tariffs are really.
No, we actually really do because we deal with the heavy duty industry.
Well, yeah, your customers are dealing with tariffs, but you're not.
No, we still have to because our system. We've got a plan. Well, I don't have to deal with it because I'm on the hardware side of it and the more IT side of it. But like our parts department does, our service team, accounting, all that stuff. They've got to deal with that. They actually have meetings on it constantly because it affects our pricing, stuff like that, like with price files.
Meetings on it constantly kind of not helpful. Because
if anyone's at Carmack listening, I'm sorry, but I've also voiced this. I hate meetings.
Meetings are pointless.
I've had meetings to talk about meetings.
In the last 30 years, we've rapidly increased meetings because it shows productivity.
Yeah.
Not accomplishes productivity.
All right. I now have a question for you guys. What is your biggest piece of advice for someone starting to work out again?
Oh, I already got mine. Here's what Nick would say.
Oh, here we go.
Take all the crack.
Take enough caffeine to kill someone who lived 100 years ago.
That would be my advice, but
You're an unhinged psychopath, though, who sleeps 2 to 3 hours a night.
Nicest thing I've heard all
Serious
morning.
advice? Because I like working out in the mornings.
Yeah, serious advice.
Okay, to keep working out in like the morning.
Yes.
Okay, morning specific. I set out everything ahead of time.
Yeah.
I write out the workout. My clothes are all already in the bathroom. I don't have to make any decisions.
Yeah.
The decisions are already made. My clothes are laid out to go to the gym. My headphones are charged. My things written down. My drinks mixed for the night before.
Yeah.
I just get in the car and drive.
I saw a guy that says create the least amount of resistance in the morning, and another person says put your clothes like in the hallway, so you have to step over them if you didn't work out. So it's kind of
I like to wear the same clothes.
You didn't go sleep, Nick.
Yeah, Nick's been working out in those all week. Well, so there is a thing, and if you look at like tech startup people, they like really adhere to this rule, but it's like your mind can only make a certain number of decisions in a day. Mm-hmm. So whatever decisions you can like autopilot for it or make for it takes away from that decision making power because you'll see yourself make worse decisions as the day goes on. As far as what you eat, as far as everything else, because you're tired and because you basically have decision fatigue.
I got you. Huh.
So
makes sense.
That's why you see like, who's the guy with Apple died?
Bill Gates.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Anyways,
stay in your lane, buddy.
That's why you see it is his lane. This is sorry.
It's okay.
Steve Jobs. That's why you see Steve Jobs. He would wear the same thing a lot of times. Zuckerberg does the same thing.
Yeah.
He just wears the same clothes. They don't have
Fair
to make
enough.
a decision of it. Mm-hmm. But that would be my advice. Never miss 2 days in a row either.
Never miss 2 days in a row.
If you wake up in the morning and you feel like not sick, obviously, but like you feel tired, you don't want to do it, go do it that day. And if you're the next day, if you still feel like you're drained and feel like absolute garbage, then don't go that day. But don't do it the first day that you...
So you guys go to the gym every day?
I go 6 days a week.
6 days a week?
Every day.
Well, I know
sometimes twice a day.
You're a different person because you're not normal.
He also works in a 10 by 10 room.
Is it 10 by 10?
How many steps do you get a day?
Beep, beep. No question. I don't know.
Of everything we've discussed on here?
I really don't know.
You want us to talk about your old car? We can talk about a personal question.
That's fair. No, I don't know. I average a lot. Like we did a step competition. What?
Look!
It doesn't keep track very well in here because I have to put it on the charger a lot.
The number's lower than what he wants it to be.
Yeah, for sure.
I really don't know.
It doesn't keep track very well. It sucks.
I also don't even know how to look it up.
There it is.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So if someone can look that up for me.
Okay, so how do you know it sucks and that it gives you less than what you actually had?
Well, I think there's a way I can look at it on my phone.
He says both of those things and he goes, how do I actually look it up?
Weekly total. I thought he was averaging that. I'm like, holy shnikes.
But I don't wear this all the time either.
His weekly. There we go. Yeah, he's not doing hardly jack.
I also sit in an office.
That's what he's getting at.
Because I average like 19,000 a day.
Yeah, me too.
No.
No, we know how
Damn,
to get those
low.
steps. You're getting 13,000 steps a day.
Oh, I need to switch arms.
Why? Oh, because
Milking
of
the cow.
Because of the watch? You hadn't
Yeah.
thought of that before now?
Yeah, but no. My
No,
advice.
Bree's probably going to get an alert and been like, his heart rate is massively accelerated.
Why is your heart rate bump from at
I think
2:12 a.m. to 2:13 a.m.? Why does it go to like 189?
Not only is his heart rate, but it's like,
Thanks,
I think
Kelsey
he's
Plum.
falling down the longest set of stairs I've ever seen.
Kelsey Plum helps.
Boom, 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 boom. All the way down as his heart rate accelerates. I think you've had a fall.
Your advice, Nick?
I have two things.
All right.
Two very serious things. I always tell people because I help train a lot. Like whenever we have new firefighters come, I'll help like try to train them or like show them like the ropes because the fire department offers free gym memberships.
Yeah.
So like mine's a free membership. But like I will tell them, one, you're not going to receive results day one or like the week one. Like it takes time to see results. So there's a lot of people who come work out and they're like, I don't see anything. Well, no dip. You've done it for 12 minutes. And then the second thing was don't care about the weight. The weight will come. The form and stuff's important.
The weight will fall.
Well, the weight may
Hopefully.
fall. Yeah. Well, I meant the weight as the
You
weight
get the
will
premise.
increase working out weight.
The
not
weight
your,
will come. You will get fat.
Yeah. This is how people get fat. This is how our governor is 8,000 pounds.
The
He
gym.
works out.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
gym.
Yeah.
Gosh dang gym.
But no, those would be my two things. Like now when I work out, I really do not because I've had my recent little injuries where I'm trying. Like my goal this year is just stay healthy. I really do not care about the weight I do, long as I can stay consistent and like
Shay.
feel strong.
It's the skinny person thing.
What's the skinny person thing?
Not caring about weight.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't care about
If you're
weight.
under 130 pounds, of course you're going
Beep. I mean, I'll eat this whole bag of
We
Reese's.
should just be concerned if you start to thin out more because then you're bordering on a Holocaust victim.
Do you guys, obviously, as he just says, he eats this old bag of Reese's. Like, do you pay attention to like nutrition or try to
Yes.
avoid anything? What do you try to avoid?
No, not necessarily avoid as much. I avoid eating excess of things that aren't protein.
Okay.
Not necessarily like avoid them wholesale. I try not to eat sugary things. No. They say try and shoot for like a gram of protein per pound of body weight.
I've heard that, but
Which-
that's a lot.
I'm like 230. That's incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Like I can try like protein shake, eggs. Then I'll have like another little Greek yogurt thing that's 25 grams. I'll have like 3 of those throughout the day that are all 25 grams. And I'm like, I still can't hit this.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
See,
But that's also for building muscle mass, though, isn't it?
like that. They say to build or even maintain muscle mass
Really?
whenever you're working out.
That you have to have that much protein?
well, that's why protein drinks are big too, because you can try
Yeah.
to smash a lot of the protein drinks, but I have to pee a lot. But I don't really track my nutrition all that much. I used to, like back when I did my competing shows, I tracked.
When you actually did
bag
the
of Reese's on front of him, I don't really track my
as he says, you'll finish this right
All
now.
right.
don't listen to him. But no,
one of them has 40% of your daily fat in it.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, but no, when I was competing for my competition, like I was literally tracking like everything to where like I was debating where I could like eat a salad. Like I spent even like when I had to wrestle in high school and stuff, like I had to cut weight to wrestle because
Yeah.
I wrestled at like 103, 112. I literally, dude, I would have to starve myself through
Oh,
the
yeah.
days at school.
Yeah.
I would have to literally get there. We would have. I remember times because my family hated it. Like they would make a nice dinner and I couldn't eat it because I was cutting weight to make 103 or to make 112.
How much do you weigh right now?
Like $125 maybe.
Stand up.
The camera adds.
Or
The camera reduces like 8 inches in both spots.
The fact that he's still in the camera.
Okay, look at him. Where the hell do you get 22 pounds off of him?
Oh, I see what you're saying. His arms. Like,
He does not have 22 pounds on those arms.
No, I'm not saying, but like his chest, his arms, his legs.
We should go do one of those full body calculator things. You know what I mean? Does like your BMI, muscle mass, and everything.
I had to do that every year for wrestling too, because
Your body fat percentages.
Those body fat percentages, like lean muscle mass, mass, all those things. We should do that. That'd be fun.
We had to do that in
That and a
school
cold plunge.
because they had to make sure that like
No,
you.
cryotherapy.
Oh, I want to do that. That sounds fun.
Stop. No, it's not happening.
Eventually, he'll touch me.
No.
But you'll touch it whether you like it
No.
or not.
I will look into that camera. I will not be touching Nick.
I lost my train of thought.
Okay, 102. Wait.
Oh yeah, like so they had to take your body mass and stuff like that, your BMI, and they had to like determine what's a safe amount of like weight you can cut, and I passed apparently on that. So I don't know if that's good or bad. But yeah, I would literally have to starve myself.
103 is not. Wait.
And this was not like me as like 12. This was me like 16, like cutting weight to make 103. I would have to wear a garbage suit, sit in a heater, and basically run laps during lunch to make sure I could make weight for that tournament.
I roomed with in college. My first year, I roomed with 3 college wrestlers, and they would do some extreme stuff.
I would tell you, wrestling made me a lot better and like mentally strong, because the stuff you have to deal with in wrestling, like. Well, I think that's why I can do ice baths so well.
I was just asking for the workout things. I'm starting to get back into it actually, and man, it's especially now I'm trying to pay attention to nutrition and all the different things and learning about it. All of our things are just not good. Like in the grocery store, like
Oh yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Because food is cheap.
Yeah,
we put a priority on cheap. What do you think the U.S. spends? The average U.S. consumer spends as their household income on food?
I think we've discussed this before. Isn't it like 30%?
No, like 14%.
Is it 14%?
And you go to like England and you go to like other developed countries in Europe, it's like 26, 27%. And you get to developing countries, it's like 50 to 60%. We spend the least amount on food, which is how we fund everything else that we do. Because we assume we also spend the most on pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
Because we use that as counterbalance. And then also there's a distinction too, because people like to target processed foods.
Yeah.
And they say processed. Well, technically, cooking something is processing it.
Yeah.
And also, a lot of the processes in place are there for safety.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to processed foods as much as I am to... God, you little gremlin.
He is the little gremlin over there.
As much as I am to engineered foods.
Yeah.
Because we engineer foods to be addictive.
Mm-hmm.
They literally measure how much crunch and how much saltiness is needed to make people continue to eat things like chips and cookies and like...
So I was following a guy on TikTok, and he talks about like when you look at a thing and it has a laundry list of ingredients, like it's just excessive. Like why you have to add like, and there's oils in everything.
Well, we don't spend on it. So that's what my frustrating part is. So if I look at like, that's why I like to sell beef individually, because I take 2 years and fatten the animal out, prime animal. That's the way they're supposed to be. The USDA allows them to blend that one with 2 other cull cows. So cows that have exceeded the age to keep giving birth, that are basically just getting like processed at the end. They blend 2 of those animals to 1 of mine and get to call it the same grade, and then go put it on shelves.
That's ridiculous.
And in the meatpacking industry,
How much is your meat?
His isn't that bad.
Ours is actually cheap. So here's the thing: is we sell it in bulk amounts, right? So
You have to buy a whole cow, or
a quarter.
Or quarter. Do you quarter? Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
quarter halves. So like last year, a quarter was like 450, 500. It's basically right around like 5.5 or 570 a pound for every pound that you get of meat.
It's not bad.
And so if you calculate that out, if you go to Walmart right now, hamburger is like $6.80.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're getting...
I just spent $8.75 on it.
All your steaks and everything.
For 2 pounds.
You're getting all your steaks and all your steak cuts and roasts and brisket and everything for the same price that you're paying for ground beef. But lower than what you're paying for ground beef.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you see it on a shelf, you know how it's like pink, like bright pink?
Yeah, that's because
they add ammonia to it. They pump nitrogen into it to make it pink.
Make it look more attractive.
Yeah.
Stupid.
And also, it's allowed to have like 3.5% foreign material. It's allowed to have like 3% water. So if you buy a 90-10 split, 7% of that is already not meat, or it's just added in, not meat or fat.
It's weird.
Yeah, the meatpacking industry sucks, and the things that they allow them to do.
It's not just the meat. I feel like it's everything.
Yeah.
It's because it's like every other branch of government. It's just people don't talk about it. It's exactly like what they do with like stocks and commodities, where people go to work for the regulation committees for stock, like for like the SEC, and then 2 years later are working like a 7-figure job with the companies that are frequenting the SEC to get approval. And it's the same way with the USDA. These guys are retiring and going to work at these massive Tyson meatpacking companies, like these massive companies.
It's ridiculous. But it's very frustrating, needless to say. I'm trying to make a change. Working towards it. That's why I was actually going to eventually, I considered asking you, since I'm helping you with your basketball shot, that you help me with my
I could do that.
fitness.
Prepare to get
Journey.
screamed in your face a lot.
Prepare to start doing crack.
And on that note, that's a wrap on this week's episode of It's a Work Thing. If someone side-eyes you for laughing, just nod to say,
It's a work
It's
thing.
a work thing.
Beat you to it. Get out of here. No, I'm not.
I'm touching you after this.
Griff, continue.
Leave the camera on, please, for my own security.
Yeah, leave the camera on.
Follow us on Violation.
You haven't seen Violate yet.
Violation.
Anyways,
It's not recorded.
Follow us on TikTok. This is not a safe workplace.
you're gonna get the red rocket.
What are you, Chewbacca?
Or it's
No, it's _work_thing_podcast. New episodes drop every Thursday. Hit follow, leave a review, and maybe even pretend it's. No, I'm not saying this line now. Nope. It is not. Nope. We don't participate in team bonding over here. Nick, you stay on your side of the room.
I'm fine with some bondage.
Nick, shut up.
If HR ask, I've never been here. This was all a dream.
This is HR. This will be the police.
I was never. It still works.
Thanks for spending your coffee break with us. See you next week. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Cheerio.